Hey, shalom, shalom. All right, before I get started with this lesson today, I just want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rechakodash. Double honors unto the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who rule well, and peace and salutations unto the elect. All right. Now, in this lesson today, all right, Lord willing, the title of this lesson will be Having the Correct Doctrine Can Lead to Your Salvation. All right. Having the correct doctrine can lead to your salvation. All right. And that statement alone shows how important true doctrine is. All right. Because you had, Alazar of the Sakari, formerly of Sakari, he back in the world, I believe. He had this whole movement. All right. He had the words on the t-shirt, brotherhood over precepts. All right, just basically him saying that, we should just put the doctrine aside and let's just all come together and just be brothers. I'm an Israelite, you're an Israelite. Let's get together. Despite, and put away the doctrine, and that can't be. All right, as the scriptures say. Matter of fact, let's get this. What fellowship? Let's see. Forgive me, Baba Kashan. All right. This is 2 Corinthians 6 and 14. It reads, Be ye not unequally yoked together with unbelievers. For what fellowship hath unrighteousness with unrighteousness, and what communion have lightness with dark? All right, so you can't associate, all right, with another camp if they have a different doctrine. All right, case in point example, all right, the prophecy of the MOTB, Revelation 13 and 16. All right, us here at GMS, we say, all right, and it is the mark of the beast is the RFID, all right, CHIP. Okay, but you have IUIC, for instance. They say that the MOTB is sin, or what I believe is Jenny Johanna that said that the MOTB sleeping with white women, or you have a lot of camps that say, all right, that the MOTB is not what it is, basically not the RFID CHIP. You see, so we can't come together, all right, and have a big unity camp and put the doctrine aside. You can't do that. All right, you can't put the doctrine aside. The doctrine is way too important. All right, because it's with the true following. It's with the true doctrine, and following after that is gonna it can lead to your salvation, man. It's gonna lead to your salvation if you follow after the correct doctrine. Okay, and you can't associate with anybody that's got a contrary doctrine to yours. You see, matter of fact, let's get Romans just off of that, what I just said, and we won't get into the point of this lesson. Romans 16 and 17. Now I beseech you, brethren, mark them which cause divisions and offenses contrary to the doctrine which ye have learned, and avoid them. All right, now always going to the scripture, that word mark there in the Greek is skopeo, which means to basically to cause attention to. All right, to put the spotlight on somebody. And that's what we do when we rebuke these other camps for going off on the doctrine. Okay? It says, mark them which cause divisions contrary to the doctrine which ye have learned. Right? So anybody that's teaching a contrary doctrine to the doctrine that we teach here at Great Millstone, starting with our apostles and elders on down, anybody that teaches a contrary doctrine, guess what? We're supposed to avoid them. All right? Because ultimately they're teaching a false doctrine. And if you have a true doctrine mixed in with a false doctrine, well, trying to have a unity camp together is just going to bring nothing but confusion. All right. As the scriptures say, a little leaven leaveneth the whole lump. All right. You have one lie within your doctrine. All right. The whole doctrine is polluted and corrupted. Okay. So that just shows you the importance of having the correct doctrine in this truth, man. All right. And not only having it, but, and hearing it, but following after that doctrine. As the scriptures say, all right, be ye doers of the word, not hearers only, as James said. Okay, you got to do the word. All right, not just hear it only. All right, if that's the case, what's the point of even hearing the word if you're not going to act on it? You see? But it says, this is 1 Timothy 4 and 16, going to the point of this lesson. All right, I'm gonna prove my statement, the title of my lesson. All right, having the correct doctrine can lead to your salvation. Let's get into it. 1 Timothy 4 and 16. Take heed unto thyself. All right, in other words, that's examine yourself. All right. It says, and unto the doctrine, right, which a doctrine is the teaching. All right. It says, take heed unto thyself and unto the doctrine. So not only yourself, but unto the true 100% doctrine. All right. And it says, and continue in them. Right. For in doing this, thou shalt save both thyself and them that hear thee. Right. So if you continue in the true doctrine, you're going to save yourself. All right. And them that hear thee. So, right. If you're teaching this word, all right, the 100% true word, and your teaching that lines up with the scriptures, guess what? You're going to save those that hear you, man. Okay? Plain and simple. It shows you the importance of the true and correct doctrine. All right? Not brotherhood over precepts. All right? You got the precepts come first. The scriptures come first. All right? The teaching comes first, man. All right? What are we without these scriptures, man? What are we without the true teaching, man? We're nothing. We're nothing. You see? But the Wadi Yahweh Shemel Shah, you have, all right, the true, all right, 100% truth being preached, all right, in these last days amongst Israel. All right? So let's get James. All right, 1:19. Let's see. Here we go. James 1:19. It says, wherefore lay apart all filthiness and superfluity of naughtiness, and receive with meekness. All right, in other words,